Did you guys see the giant ass hamburger they're selling at the Super Bowl?
This is upsetting. I'm upset.
I saw a new hamburger today, but it was a little less expensive, and it's an addition to the Sheets menu,
Ooh.
and it's I got to look up the exact name, but it includes the phrase "meat sweats" with a Z.
Of course
Okay.
it does.
Yeah, Sheets has refreshed their burgers apparently, and this
Fantastic.
is one of their new offerings.
I am checking. Please hold.
While they're doing this, I want to talk about the LX Hammerburger sold at the Super Bowl. Serves for $180 American dollars to buy. Includes a cheeseburger, a bone-in braised beef shank, demi-glace, blue cheese fondue on a brioche bun. And listeners, if you haven't seen the picture of this, you have to look it up. Because when they say bone-in braised beef shank, they're not joking. The bone sticks out of the burger.
This is stretching the logical boundaries of what a burger could be. In the sense that yes, there is a bun on the top and a bun on the bottom and there is meat in the middle. But also, no, I do not want my burger with a whole bone sticking out of it like that.
So that shot is really good. But did you see the other one I posted of the actual picture of the girl holding it?
Yeah, it's upsetting. It took a long time for me to even conceptualize what that was. Also, I don't think this shot is really that good.
This is the beauty shot.
It's not appealing.
I'm going to be honest. If I'm at a sporting event, I don't want to share a burger with 4 people. It says that doesn't look shareable. How are you supposed to share that in a civilized manner?
There's a reason that ossobuco is not a meal that you eat in the stands. Okay? Braised shank is delicious. Don't get me wrong. However, not something that you want to carry around during the game.
Correct. Also, serves for $180. So that is my $45 share of cheeseburger. No, thank you. Why would I do that when I can get a stacked meat sweats burger, 2 quarter-pound burger patties, double American cheese, bacon, barbecue sauce, ranch, lettuce, red onion, and sliced tomato for just $8.99 from Sheets?
I just want to say that this thing was an op.
What about it? What do you mean it's an op?
It's an op. I opened Instagram and it was just every single influencer trying this $180 burger.
Oh,
they only sold 200 of them.
Yeah, because it's an op.
It's an op.
Yeah. So
it's a whole thing just to talk about why is there a Fred Flintstone ass burger at the Super Bowl? What? Why is this burger tipping over my Flintstone foot powered pedal car?
If it were the 4 of us, do we each eat our quarter, then pass it to the next person?
Logistically, this seems like a nightmare. I'm going to be honest.
At no point for this.
At no point have I ever asked for a bone-in burger.
No.
The whole point of a burger is it's boneless.
Yes, it kind of defeats the point of burger, in fact.
When it comes to wings, I'm even kind of on the fence about if I want bone-in or boneless, purely because I'm lazy. It's easier to eat boneless. I could just shovel them in and just get on my way.
Not even think about it. Just be on my way with okay.
I mean, look, if you're driving, would you rather eat bone-in or boneless? I'm going boneless.
Okay, but don't
driving food.
Just don't eat them while you're driving.
I'm imagining Arthur eating bone-in wings now and going, this is inefficient. While he's driving.
It is. Boneless wings are more efficient to eat. You're timing yourself. How quickly? I bet if we got Joey Chestnut in here, we timed him eating boneless wings versus bone-in wings. I bet he could eat the boneless wings faster. And the seconds add up.
If we got Joey Chestnut in here.
The shot of the young lady with the burger and the size of the bone in her portion is so fucking huge.
Yeah, it's huge. Again, I had a really hard time understanding what that was. Also, beep, 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 beep. The Pats just appear to have gotten a sad late game touchdown in a somewhat unusual manner.
Okay.
We're currently assessing if it's like weird, like just Drake May just like heaving the ball trying to get rid of it, and we're like currently under review to see if it touched the ground because the receiver who got it like, excuse me, like this far off the ground. It appears that he did get it, and the Pats are now going for 2. So we're at 29-13, 2-point conversion pending.
So I feel like there's one. If I'm like I'm going to a football game, and I want some sort of bone.
Pats did not convert,
or maybe some sort of like boning, right?
Yeah.
Like I feel
You
like
want some boning? You want some boning?
That's the Sun Bowl. That's the Sun
Okay.
Bowl. That's
You want a okay? You want a boning at the Sun Bowl? Got it.
Yeah, I don't want a bone in my hamburger.
Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos May podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of February 8th, 2026. As always, I am Jordan. With me tonight, I have Commish and Pitt Girl and Arthur on the ones and twos. Beth is on assignment. Folks, it is Super Bowl night. It looks like, knock wood, that the Seahawks are going to beat the Patriots, although we're late in the game, and like Pitt Girl just said, things are happening.
Yes, as per now, 2:21 left. The Seahawks are up 29-13. The Pats have just failed to make a 2-point conversion, as I mentioned in the cold open.
Is 29 prime?
Yes.
Okay, so it's a prime score.
Yes.
Wonderful. Folks, this Super Bowl has been fun. We'll talk about it in a moment. Commish, how are you?
I'm good. Had a fun birthday party weekend for the 3-year-old. It was Frozen themed, but we still managed to watch Cars a lot and Cars 2 again. But we were able to keep her away from the Cars today, which is good. We've taken a break from Lightning McQueen, and hopefully my Cars watch has ended.
Hey girl, how are you?
It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. Yeah, Olympics. We'll talk about that when we get there. But
Olympics indeed. In Super Bowl news, I love that the first 12 points of this game, all the scoring until I believe late in the third or early in the fourth, I can't remember when they scored that touchdown, was by Jason Myers, a field goal kicker from Marist.
Mm-hmm.
And Marist was just keeping score. Like,
as they should.
Marist 12 points, Patriots 0.
That's right.
And as big fans of Pioneer League football, we are just chuffed by this.
Yeah, and we, as the broader football internet, successfully bullied the NFL into putting Jason Myers onto the ballot for Super Bowl MVP. Vote now on your phones in real time. I imagine it's not still open on Tuesday when you're listening to this, listener. But I will be over here refreshing the page repeatedly and voting for Jason Myers.
This has been the special teams Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Michael Dixon, kicker out of Texas, or puncher out of Texas, is for the Seahawks. An Aussie who is 30 years old. He is probably the best offensive weapon either team had for most of the game. He was pinning them back deep, playing field position battles. This was great. A lot of people were complaining about this game, and watching the Seahawks hold the Patriots down and just like bleed them 3 points at a time was a great watch. And 2, how could you not enjoy special teams football?
This is true.
If you're not one of us.
Punt.
Sorry,
punt.
wave that punt flag.
That's right.
Let's do it, folks.
This whole thing, I'm going to use this time to complain loudly about the commercials this year. They're garbage.
The only good one was the Pokemon one.
Yes, that was great. I didn't know that, as I think our friend Hoover Street Rag Craig said, I didn't know that Pokemon needed to be advertised. I assumed it was just like this thing that had zero advertising budget, but everyone kept buying it. Like, who needs to advertise Pokemon, the concept?
I mean, nobody, but it's their 30th anniversary, so they might as well splash out for a nice ad. And they did. It was great.
Is it really been 30 years? Yeah, it came out in 96, didn't it?
Uh-huh.
Huh. Damn.
Yeah, I am only slightly older than Pokemon. I'm a little over a year older than Pokemon.
And Commish has never played a Pokemon game.
I've never played a Pokemon game. That's right.
Yeah, we got to fix that.
We will.
No, we're gonna make that a stretch goal for the Patreon.
That counts as fixing.
We're gonna fix that. We get enough people to join our Patreon. You know, I will play a Pokemon game on Twitch, and you will laugh at me, and it will be endlessly entertaining. And I will do that for you if we hit a Patreon goal.
Twitch plays, Commish plays Pokemon.
If it makes you feel better, like the only Pokemon I have played is a few weeks of Pokemon Go, so I don't think you're that far behind.
Some college football news to go. If we're done with the Super Bowl, anyone else have any Super Bowl opinions?
Man, I'm trying to get to the Olympics.
I know you. I know.
I mean, it's, the game was on. It was there.
Bad Bunny was really good.
Enjoyed the halftime show. It was great.
Yeah, I do actually have a thing.
Shout out to CONCACAF. Thank you, Bad Bunny.
Yeah, shout out to CONCACAF. Shout out also to all of the plants. Were people in plant costumes.
Mm-hmm.
And they, like other people that I will talk about later, are living the dream. Also, beep, 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 beep. Kenneth Walker may have just scored a touchdown. There is a flag on the play. I would guess that it's coming back on a hold. Yep, it is coming back on a hold. But he did sprint down the field waving his arms, stunning on them. So that's fun.
Okay, so that we're done with that. Let's talk about, I think, the most important college football news that we've had this weekend. And that's that every once in a while, someone shows up to the Eastern Michigan subreddit, which is r/emu, and talks about emus.
Can I read the post into the record?
Please do.
r/emu 3 days ago by deleted poster. How to train an emu bird for upcoming any potential war or conflict for safety. Heard they won a war against Australian Army in the 30s, so they are good at this stuff and have potential. How can I use this in my favor without treating the bird harshly? It's a great question.
Now, notice how he used favor.
Yeah, Australian or UK or Canadian spelling. Or New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
How did they get r/emu before the emu heads got that first?
I mean, are there enough emu heads to have their own subreddit?
Emu subreddit about emus.
It just depends on when someone decided, hey, this should be a thing. And I feel like college sports, just sports teams in general, Reddit got in on the ground pretty early there.
Mm-hmm.
The one exception is if there's some sports thing that changed its name, and so then you need the new name. And sports entities are usually very good at getting the social media handles, but sometimes the Reddit they just don't do that, or it's hard. So I know of a couple Reddits that it's this way less popular thing got there first, and they just have to deal with every few months people posting in it about the actual popular thing that has the same handle. There's one, so if you're familiar with the racing series IMSA, IMSA, the modern IMSA, was formed in a merger between two different sports car racing. There used to be two competing sports car racing series in the US, and they merged, so there would only be one. But when they merged, they had two different names, and then they came together and named themselves IMSA. And this was mid 2010s. So there's some school somewhere. I think it's not
Illinois
college,
Math and Science Academy.
Yeah. And they get a lot of traffic from people asking about sports cars.
Yeah, I mean, I think the greatest all-time extremely Reddit example of this is that the subreddit for sapphic women is r/actual lesbians.
Yeah.
I want to say, so like I'm a moderator on the Shutdown Fullcast subreddit, and my favorite part is when there was a government shutdown.
Okay.
There were people posting about the government shutdown on Shutdown Fullcast, like r/Shutdown Fullcast. Yeah, I enjoyed that because everybody made a Fullcast reference as a response.
Perfect.
So it was incredible, and I was like, I'm gonna approve this post because we got like everybody was. I was like, I love. Can you just see shutdown? You type in shutdown, you don't see the Fullcast part, of course.
Right.
Lost Redditors.
If you want to know, r/emus is where you want to go for emus. r/emu is for emu gifs.
Okay.
And r/emu war flashbacks. That's what it says. That's what it says on the TED. The actual interesting news that came across very quickly, this must have been in discussion for a long time, but they managed to keep a lid on it, was that North Dakota State is headed to the Mountain West next year. Football only. Yeah.
As I said on Blue Sky, we live in the college football upside down. The other thing about this story is that, like, it came out and we were all like, no. And then there was more reporting on it, and it was like, you know, reputable college football reporters were like, yeah, North Dakota State found some money somewhere that's making this possible. And I have so many questions about where the money is coming from. Where did they find the money? Did they just like leave it in their pants and then find it after they did laundry? Because like I've done that, but not enough money to move from FCS to FBS.
It's so much money. It's 8 figures to get into the Mountain West.
Yeah.
So from what I've heard, and this is from second and third hand information, was that the money was sort of always there to make this jump. And so once it looked like they could get an edge in the Mountain West, basically chips all in.
Yeah, I mean,
to the middle of the table.
Fair enough. Except for like pour one out for the Dakota marker, I guess.
But also remember, and I have to be clear about this, is that North Dakota State was actually D2 till 2003. Yeah. They're not like a classic 1AA power. They were the newbies that came up and then just wrecked shit for a decade. So it's not like they've been in there forever and, oh, we're losing this thing, blah, blah, blah. I mean, we are. But this is well within lifetime memory of people when they weren't in FCS 1AA. So, and they won national championships in D2 as well. So this might just be the next step for the program.
I mean, in terms of like winning at one level and then moving up to the next level, it's hard to say that they should have won more. Like if there's any team that's won enough in FCS to be like, yeah, try FBS, like it's them. For a long time, not necessarily long. Well, you say long time because right, they've only been here like 20 years, but you know, for the past even decade or so, once they've been on this run, all these other schools have been moving up, and people have been like, well, what about North Dakota State? They're really good at football, and it's like, well, being good at football is kind of a secondary or tertiary concern when it comes to realignment, but you know, you can't say that they haven't earned this opportunity with the performances that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that's making everyone a little more aghast about this is just the Mountain West's footprint is now wild. I mean, it was already wild.
Yeah.
But this sort of, the Northern Illinois thing already threw it.
I mean, I'm an ACC fan. It's not that bad.
Okay.
I mean, also, if anything, adding North Dakota State makes Northern Illinois a little bit less insane. You got a stopover point now,
The key thing here that I think is really cool is that, right, North Dakota State, their previous football conference, the Missouri Valley Football Conference, football only member there, right? I mean, it's just a football conference.
Yeah, they're in the Summit, yes.
They're able to make this move and still be in the Summit League. So, like, the biggest thing that I hate when I see realignment is making a decision based on football and then dragging all your other sports around.
Yeah.
And with NIU going to the Mountain West, right? They're putting their sports outside of football in the Horizon League. That honestly, that's probably going to reduce their travel. Like if you add up the travel of all of their sports, it's probably less travel, football in the Mountain West, everything else in the Horizon League than it is like full-time MAC. And for North Dakota State, like they can do this without incurring the travel costs, etc., for all of their other sports. So I'm a big fan of any time you can make a football move that doesn't impact your other sports like that.
I think so. The main thing with this move for me from North Dakota State, I don't think North Dakota State has anything left to accomplish in FCS.
That
I don't.
Broadly speaking, that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't think they have anything left to. I mean, they became FCS in 2004. They won 10 national championships.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's like 50% of the time they're up there, they won a national title.
Yep.
Which is incredible. You know, first in playoff wins with 51, nearly a 900 winning percentage. First, 16 straight playoff appearances. The first playoff appearance was not until 2010, so it took them a little while to get their feet underground. But then, you know, 207 wins in FCS since 2010. Now, the bummer for me, moving up again, you already mentioned it, like losing the rivalries.
The Dakota four-way.
The Dakota marker, you know, the Coyotes in the Dakota Dome there, and then, you know, the one out there in with North Dakota, the Hawks out there. So that feels kind of it sucks for that. I don't think that South Dakota State has $17 million to do the leap like what they reported. It was 12 to get into Mountain West.
Maybe they'll find the money from the same place that North Dakota State found the money from. We don't know where that money came from. Maybe it was just in the ground.
I think it was literally in the ground in North Dakota.
Yeah. That means there might be more.
Maybe.
I'm with you, Commish. I think that of all the things that I regret losing, it is that geographical rivalries, things like that, that we talk about so much, that we love so much in FCS, and FCS tries to maintain them the most in conferences like the Missouri Valley and the Big Sky and the Southland and all those. But
that's the thing that hurts is like we've been into FCS for a good bit, and it feels like it's a real bummer that those are going to go away, because I mean the Dakota market game really was something special, something that we would get. It's gotten game day a couple times. It is that landmark game that you have in FCS, and you get that. Now it's kind of gone. Now the landmark game is like Montana State. No offense to any other FCS rivalries, but like there's something it's weird. It's just like, hey, it's almost like, hey, what more can I do at this level? Let's move up to the next level. The only thing that sucks for North Dakota State, it's like, what is success at this level? What is success at the FBS level? Is it like JMU sneaking in to the CFP? That's what you think you can do that? Which, I mean, I'm not going to put it past them to do that. But I mean, is that what your goal is, or are you going to be happy with 7-5 in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl?
That's the crazy question, is that I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm not either. Also, Cat Grizz mentioned, which reminds me, the Seahawks have officially won Super Bowl 60. Congratulations, Big Sky Bridget, two-time champion in 2026.
Two-time champion. That's why I didn't want to ask her to come on the show like while it's going on, because I don't know how. Like, we didn't even want to do that to her. I did.
No.
No, I did just bevel the Seahawk. If you want to,
so
I'll post that too.
There's also an issue of the Las Vegas Kickoff Classic. North Dakota State and Montana State are meeting up in 2027 in Vegas, and the Vegas Kickoff Classic said that they want this no matter what the levels are.
Cool.
So this becomes an FCS FBS game all of a sudden.
Cool. Great. That sounds awesome. Keep it.
Yeah, I'm very much about this. We're heavy on FCS news this week because you know who else is trying to get into the Mountain West or literally anywhere?
Sac State.
Dakota State, yes. And they have pushed another 10 million forward saying, hey, come listen to us. According to Ross Dellinger, multiple conferences heard the pitch. One is to believe to be exploring the possibility. This was before the North Dakota State news broke, though. So I don't know if they would add both North Dakota State and Sac State.
I thought you just hit the Pitt Girl sound, but it was just
Oh no, it was just
it was Pitt Girl just going.
Yeah, no, I was just making a thinking noise.
I mean, from what I've heard, the conference that they're trying to get is not the Mountain West. So I don't think that North Dakota State news impacts that at all.
okay. If that isn't the case, go ahead, Commish.
So I actually know what conferences were so the first two conferences that they're looking at, they were trying to get into Conference USA. And then the other one is get some Sacramento State to the MAC.
That's
so
wild.
Yeah, so that is the one I think the MAC is taking it more seriously than Conference USA. Conference USA was interested, but they supposedly have cooled considerably.
Okay.
But the MAC is looking at that 10 mil like, and that's on top of the 5 mil you got to pay to even get in the FBS.
So stupid. I hate realignment so fucking much. I
mean,
I know what they're trying to do. I get that.
The thing that gets me is seeing these numbers is like ULM's entire athletic department budget is 21 mil.
Mm-hmm.
And you see in North Dakota State drop 17 mil just to get in to FBS. And I'm like, what? Monroe, we got to find some money in Monroe somewhere. Do
the Duck guys still have money?
I don't think so anymore.
Okay, to be fair though, these are one-time costs for these moves, not recurring costs.
But to even have that much money at one point.
Yeah.
I mean, like there's, you save up, you make a big expense, you got to pay it off over time. Like
there's always money in the banana stand.
Well, I'm saying like, let's say I buy a house, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that I also have 6 figures sitting around to do other things. Like it's like, oh, this has to be what that's for. And then I have to pay it off for 30 years, right? Like it's not like I'm, but it's like a thing that you do.
Yeah, no, but this isn't a 30-year fixed. It's conference fees.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you borrow money. Maybe this is a gift that you get, but it's a one-time thing from your boosters. Like their fundraising is different for recurring costs than it is for these big one-time costs. Like if you can say, hey, we might have to spend $15 million to get into FBS, but then our revenues from being an FBS team are going to be this much higher, right? Then maybe you can justify it over time. If you have some situation where you can get a loan, you can say, hey, this is how much more money we're going to make, so this is how much we can spend to offset that. Like, there's ways to make the math here.
Okay.
The buy game for me is kind of a difference for them. Because the FCS buy game, you get like a max of like $500,000. But
yeah, it's real low paying.
But like if you do the buy game as an FBS team, you can get anywhere from 1.5 to 2 mil. And I mean, that is a huge, I guess, game changer if you're willing to do that to your team and to yourself. I don't know if anybody's going to pay that money to play North Dakota State.
They were already paying $500,000, which is wild anyways.
Yeah. I mean, but it's not necessarily. Yeah, I guess it's an FBS win, which is an FBS win is good because you get that to count. I mean, more towards the bowl and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Sac State is always confused me with their move. I know they want to make the move. I just don't I haven't understood their method to get up there because the conferences near them didn't want them.
Right.
And then now it's like, I mean, are they just going to take the spot of NIU that was, and just be football only and they'll be in the Big West? Is the MAC going to allow that? Because the MAC wouldn't allow NIU to do that. I don't know.
The MAC also, there's no way in hell the MAC wants any of their other sports. Like that, it's football is one thing.
Yeah.
All those other Sacramento State sports, which
No,
for the most
they
part
wouldn't
aren't
want
that good and are in California,
Mm-mm.
absolutely not.
Yeah, nobody wants that. No disrespect, Sac State, but nobody wants that.
Sac State, they're at a point, right? They've already left the Big Sky. They've burned that bridge. It's like, they've jumped. They've already jumped. It's like, are they going to land it?
Bugs Bunny is hanging out in the air, but he has not looked down yet. Or the Wile E. Coyote, I guess, is hanging out in the air off the cliff, but hasn't looked down yet. That's where we're at.
What was who burned their boats when they got somewhere?
That was the Greeks
Cortez?
when they arrived at Troy.
Okay, they burned the boats.
Because
Yeah,
they're not going back. Yeah.
that Sac State has burned the boats. They're
Damn,
not going back.
I didn't know the Greeks went to Troy. That's a long way. That's a long way. And
is Sac State trying to get in the Sun Belt too? I mean,
yeah,
with Troy?
It might as well.
No, might as well.
If Sac State stays an independent, here's what on their schedule so far. We have
This
1, 2, 3,
year.
4, 8.
They're up to 8.
8. We have Mississippi Valley State at Fresno State, Youngstown State at UTRGV, at North Alabama, at Maine, versus Tarleton State, and versus Southern Utah, which isn't a bad schedule. They could have done a lot worse here. But this is also not sustainable because it was this hard to throw together this schedule one year. BYU had a hell of a time scheduling when they were independent as well.
I was incorrect. Sorry, jumping back, correcting my error, my first. The Greeks did not burn their own ships at Troy. That was evidently Alexander the Great.
Okay, got Greeks.
I didn't know he did a road game at Troy, but
the other interesting thing here is that for the Mountain West is that something that was reminded to us was that Cal Davis is in the Mountain West for all sports except football. Their football
calling it Cal Davis for
That's
a second, I was like, is that a dude?
That's a dude.
Oh, sorry, UC
Yeah.
Davis.
One man, Cal Davis.
Cal Davis coming up on the Daytona 500.
Cal Davis sounds like a baseball player, I think.
Cal Davis trying to pass Lightning McQueen, but I'm sorry, that actually works. It was actually Cal.
Commish,
It was
I think
actually
you've been
Cal
watching
Naughton,
too much Cars.
I know I've been watching too
How
much
many
Cars.
times did you watch Cars and Cars 2 this weekend?
Not as much as last weekend, but still a lot yesterday. It was. I couldn't. Today I got Olympic victories, so I was able to watch the luge and we found her little Kindle and she could watch it there, and because we lost the Kindle yesterday, and I think I was probably at least 4 and 4 Saturday. So at least eight Cars movies.
Damn, that's so much
Yeah.
Cars.
It's a lot of Cars, and it's been 3 weeks like this. So sorry if I make Cars references.
The Mountain West announced their media rights package, and they're going to have games on CBS Sports, FS1, the CW, and then non-football content on something called Kisswe.
It's a different streamer, but I can't exactly. It's basically they're getting rid of the Mountain West network, and it may become a paywall. I don't even know what it is.
No, but I
Yeah.
liked the Mountain West app and getting
I love
to see
the
all
app.
the local ads.
Yeah,
I mean, how am I going to know about Dan Mullen's truck color preferences now?
How am I going to learn not to play in storm drains?
I bet we're gonna have an epidemic of people playing in storm drains.
Yeah, I'm gonna drown in a storm drain because I'm gonna not know not to play in them.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm reading it right now. Kiswe or is going to. It's gonna be. So they're just taking over the app.
I
Okay.
feel like when I hear the name Kiss We,
Yeah.
it sounds like someone trying to like ask someone if they want to kiss, but like they're so nervous that they just completely screw up talking.
This is a Tinder for polycules.
Oh,
This is Tinder for poly people.
can I vibe code Tinder for polycules?
Yeah, so it's just gonna be they're just taking over, I guess, the mountain. It doesn't indicate anything about a paywall from what I can see right now. It's viewable who have a valid subscription with the Mountain West app, which is basically right now is just sign up with your email. That could change. I'm not saying it won't, but as of right now, it doesn't look like that's gonna be a paywall.
Tinder
Let's
for
hope not.
polycules would have to have way too many Facebook kind of things in it to make it worthwhile. Because everyone have to be connected, and it's weird.
There's gotta already be apps for that. Like that seems like a niche that's had to have been filled.
Googling Tinder for polycules. Search.
I don't see anything here.
How does polyamory work on Tinder? Is the top result? It's a Reddit post.
So would
I
a
wound up on the
Tinder
Emu website again.
would a polyamorous dating app, would that be for like groups looking to add, or would it be like more individually focused but still kind of like connect? Like would you be making connections like it's LinkedIn where it's like you have a bunch of different connections? Or would it be more like just like hard groups, right? Like, oh, you got added to this group with 20 other people, like group chat or something.
I like the idea of the group chat. Like we've
I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like maybe you put in some productivity tools, right? Because I feel like, a lot of people, that's a lot to manage, right? Like,
yeah, this is my Monday board.
well, I'm saying like, yeah, you probably have the same productivity tools that like people have in real jobs, right? Like, imagine like you get that Slack notification sound, but it's like from your polycule, right? Like that sort of thing. Like, what if you have a Jira board?
Yeah, I was just about to
Like,
Google Jira for polycules.
I feel like there could be, I guess it's not enterprise software because it's not for enterprises, it's for polycules, but like enterprise style software, not for enterprises. I feel like there's a market inefficiency there that we can exploit.
Software for polycule tracking and needs fulfillment.
You know whose software crashed right now? Jordan's.
Yeah.
he had
It's
too
a
many
great
tabs
face
open.
that he's making too. Yeah.
It is. It's a great face.
There's a Reddit post about this.
Somebody screen capped this one here for his.
And there's
his
like
face.
some description, and then the top comment is like, "This is a Rube Goldberg machine for the art of talking to each other." Thanks, internet.
It reminds me of if you had it like agile, the agile.
I had just got a Business Insider article.
Yep.
Members
Right.
of a 20-person polycule used a business strategy called Agile Scrum to resolve their relationship issues.
That's right. You could do
Here's
that.
how it works.
I mean, you do PI planning. You do all that fun stuff. If you don't like somebody, you could just put them on the backlog. It's okay. Oh, let's go to the next topic while Jordan is frozen. Chicago State has another game.
Yay!
They got another game. Chicago State is putting together a schedule. I think they're at 4 or 5 opponents. I don't know if they're going to get to 11, but I hope they do. But Chicago State meet Sacramento State. Y'all need to play. They're not playing each other. Please play each other.
Well, so the
help each
thing
other
I will say for Chicago State is that like it's completely year one for them, so they're not like trying to do anything in terms of like make the FCS playoffs or even be in a conference. So there's not necessarily the same pressure that a school like Sacramento State would face to have a schedule that actually looks like an FCS schedule. Like, if they wanted to, they could get away with filling this up with like NAIA teams or whoever. Like, it's not for their purposes. They're just trying to make it through a season, have some games. Like,
I think what they're doing is basically, if you have a new college team, like just basically what UTRGV did this year, but like even more. Because like UTRGV was playing D2, they were playing NAIA. You know, not anything, you know, difficult. So I can see Chicago State gathering a couple, maybe, you know, some NAIA, some D3, D2, whatever, just to put a schedule together, which they're trying to do this late, which is very weird. Are you back, Jordan?
I am back.
Okay.
Next thing, a stunner in FCS as well. Bobby Hauck out of Montana is retiring. He's been there for quite a while and retired basically because he doesn't enjoy college football anymore, which I get.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to, say otherwise. He's been there since 2018. The second time. He was there from 03 to 09 the first time before he went to UNLV. And like, more power to him. If this isn't his game anymore, like, go on. They've already announced his replacement. It's an internal promotion.
Yeah. They went from one Bobby to another Bobby. Yeah.
Is that who they got? What's his name?
Bobby
something.
Bobby something. Okay.
Bobby Hauck. Who's the new head coach now? It's Bobby something. Bobby Kennedy.
There you go.
Oh, not that one.
Not that one. Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be a nightmare to Google.
It is.
Fucking nightmare to Google. Okay. Fine. Other interesting things. Hey, that trifecta shirt, the Big Ten was selling that had Michigan and Ohio State and Indiana logos all in the same shirt.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost sold out.
Of course it is.
The only thing they have left is XXX.
If I was a Big Ten fan and I
Not
had
Vin
like
Diesel.
annoying Alabama fan uncle or cousin, I too would buy this shirt. I understand exactly who this shirt is for.
I mean, look, if the ACC managed to win 3 national titles in a row, I'd buy a shirt for it.
I would too. It could have 3 Miami logos on it, and I would probably still buy the damn shirt.
That would be very funny for a conference to put that out for one team.
Yeah.
Like, that would be funnier than the shirt that they did put out.
No, but like I'm imagining exactly this shirt, except it's the ACC logo at the top and then 3 Miami U's at the bottom.
Okay, if that's not the kind of shirt you want, how about a Colorado shirt that says C Unit?
Are we sure that's what that shirt says? Because that's not what it looks like that shirt says.
C Unit?
That shirt really looks like a shirt that I'm the only person on the podcast right now can say. That's really what that looks like.
I can't say it.
You are not English or Australian. You may not know.
No. I feel like I could get away with it.
I'm going to say that you couldn't.
Thank you, Arthur.
I'm tempted to say it just to see if Arthur bleeps it or not, which would annoy me more. Letting it stand or bleeping it. Which would be more damning for me. Okay.
Hang on, real quick. Just. Oh, come on.
No, I'm not going to. Oh, God damn it. No. Stop that.
See, now I can just put the bleep in there. And it's like, you said it anyway.
News. God damn it. This is fake news. I'm being framed here. I was trying to think of other people who have been framed for saying bad things, but holy shit, no, they've all just actually said the bad things.
Yeah, no, it's 2026. 99% of the time, people are actually saying the bad thing.
Last little bit of Dakota news. Rutgers has hired South Dakota's head coach, Travis Johansson, as their next defensive coordinator.
And South Dakota had to name another coach?
Yes.
Yeah.
And did we get another Eric Collins disaster? I haven't checked. I haven't seen his audio yet.
So it's not a disaster, but it is another oh no call. Do you want to? Who wants to bring this up?
Oh my god. I just listened to it. Yeah, Jordan, you should play the clip. It's funny.
Okay.
Oh.
Got it.
Told it's a really fun area. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, Daniels used to struggle with.
Oh,
Well, just imagine you're an NBA player. You shoot a wide open three, and Eric Collins says, "What's going on here?" Like when Steph Curry shoots a three, people don't say that. The thing I love about Eric Collins is like when something happens in a sporting event that he's broadcasting, he kind of does. It's kind of like a stream of consciousness, which most commentators don't do. Most commentators just try to say what's happening in the most standard terms possible. Like Eric Collins is probably the only person broadcasting games that will actively be like, what is he doing like while a player's doing it?
Eric Collins, the people's commentator.
Very true.
I love it. As always, if you want to dress like us, you should wear home field apparel. They have some great new jackets this week. They're 70s basketball coach jackets, and they dropped a whole bunch of new basketball stuff that is absolute fire. Also, if you want to pick up your Indiana National Championship apparel, they are the place to go. They have the best stuff, the softest, comfiest collegiate apparel around. Trying to see the jackets that I like. The best of they have some great Vol stuff. I love there goes old Georgetown or Bulldogs or Die Georgetown gear. Commish is wearing a Akron Ruse.
That's right.
And Arthur is rocking the Fightin' Taters. And Pitt Girl is wearing, what is that?
I'm falling down on the job. This is not a home field shirt, but I am wearing a USA curling shirt, which is relevant to things we'll be talking about later in the show.
Commish, are we drawing a winner for our Indiana or Idaho thing?
These are the same.
That's funny. My wife mixed up that earlier today. It's like, yeah, I can't. It's going to be amazing to see Fernando Mendoza out of Idaho be drafted number 1. And I'm like, I looked at her. I was like, Indiana. Okay, this is my bad. But yeah, we can go ahead and draw. Let me get the thing. We didn't have too many entries, which is great. So the winner, we have 12 entries.
Okay, let me do a random number generator between 1 and 12.
Okay. Yes. Oh, actually, make it 11 because the corn correspondent tested the form and he actually submitted a response. So it's 11.
It's 11 entries. Okay.
Yes. 11 entries.
Number 2.
All right. Number 2, Caitlin Kaus.
Congratulations, Caitlin! Yay!
Congratulations, Caitlin. You are the winner of the Corvallis Love boat. For the Sycotines. This will come out. I'm gonna contact our SID friend Jarek Walker of Idaho, and we're gonna get everything worked out. You're gonna get 2 tickets and everything in the Sycotines giveaway, and we hope you enjoy. Congratulations. Oh, she made the heart things.
Yeah, I made the heart hands, and my computer did all the little hearts just for you.
If you are going to games, use our Vivid Seats code for tickets. Sickos 20 for $20 off your first purchase of 200 or more. Subscribe to our Beehive where we do all of our off-season writing. Join our Patreon. We are updating things as we go along. We're going to have a couple new tier options pretty soon. But we'll update you about that. If you're already on a tier, don't worry about it. You're fine the way you are.
I thought you were going to go into what I did over the weekend.
Go for it.
Oh, just with the unclaimed champions.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that a ton. Not everybody understood that it was unclaimed, and then I had to spend a lot of time explaining what unclaimed meant, which is basically a lot of historical stuff. Like they didn't start award national championships until like 1934, and they were playing college football in 1869. So, the ones that we focused on the most is they're retroactively awarded, and you can still claim them. And people are like, Auburn has multiple national championships. I'm like, you claimed them all, Auburn, all of them. You got no unclaimed, nothing unclaimed.
Mm-mm.
You claimed it all. Like, if you do like that thing, it's like, hey, do you have unclaimed money with the state? Yeah, Auburn was like, give me my unclaimed championship.
I love
Notre
Dame and Oklahoma fans being like, well, the Wizards were too honorable to claim these things.
Yes. It was incredible. I really, really, really love that. Like Notre Dame, they're just like, yeah, we could claim more. We would have more if we claimed it.
Then do it.
Then
Fucking do it. I dare you.
Do it. It is our editorial position that you should claim it.
Hell, we want Washington and Jefferson to take one of theirs, and that would hurt our friend Beth. If you join our podcast, our Patreon, we have 2 new things coming out pretty soon on Patreon episodes. The first is Commish and I are going to record some episodes about the Columbia football loss streak to go with the rest of our Destitute series.
Yes.
And then we also, Commish is going to pick a Bundesliga team with the help of our friends of 50 Cent Durner.
Yes. Thank you for saying that, because I wasn't 100% sure how to say that. I do not have a really, really good German pronunciation. I do not have a shot there.
The O with the umlaut, you got to pronounce like an O and an E at the same time.
So would we say Malort differently then?
Except it's Swedish, which
Yeah.
the O umlaut's different there.
Okay, all right.
If we were German, it would be Malert.
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 That sounds Swedish. Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
We have-
shout out to the Muppet Show. The Muppet Show's back. Muppet Show back. Okay, continue.
It was just one episode.
Well, maybe they might make more.
Go to our merch store at sickoscommittee.org. We just threw up our Life is Short, Steal a Pylon gear, some new stuff. Our border conference gear is up, and as is our just slightly changed Big 8 Forever gear.
Yeah.
So go check out all that stuff. Go to our YouTube, go to our Instagram and our TikTok, go to our Twitch. Shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go the places we refuse to go. And shout out to Feed Your Mascot podcast, where our friends Jeff and Blue talk about the culture around college football. Ladies and gentlemen, it's what we wanted to talk about. It's Olympic season, y'all.
Yay!
I have forgotten how much I fucking love the Olympics. It makes me so happy. I'm so fucking into it.
I'm watching downhill skiing replays right now.
I just did something completely different from the Olympics, but it's fine. I'm sorry.
Was it Cars 2?
No, it was not Cars 2. So they named Kenneth Walker the MVP of the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So I made a graphic for Jason Myers. It just put the Sickos Committee big game MVP.
Yes.
Jason Myers. Yeah,
Yes.
just tonight. And just made a graphic for that while we were talking. Back to the Olympics.
I would like to read the headline to you in the original German. Skisprung-Verband reagiert auf Penis-Wirbel.
Is that the head coach of the New England Patriots? Like Penis-Wirbel?
Can we talk about how he looks like Bert?
Oh, he kind of does, doesn't
He
he?
looks like
Yeah.
Bert. Every time I looked up, I was like, that's Bert. But it's not Bert.
So what happened here is that Germany's Bild tabloid a while ago, about a month ago, because Pablo already covered this, because of course he did, discovered that there was claims, I don't know if they've ever proven it, that male ski jumpers were injecting their penis with some kind of
With hyaluronic acid, which
hyaluronic acid.
people, mostly women, will know from skincare because it makes your skin all nice. But it does have a plumping effect.
It does. And so they're trying to plump their genitals because your ski bodysuit can be no larger than 4 centimeters square than compared to the surface area of your body. So if you have more chub, you get to have more cloth in the groin, And the cloth apparently for every 2 centimeters can increase lift by 5% and get you an extra 5.8 meters on the jump.
As I said when I saw this on Blue Sky, every day I wake up and ask why men are. And this is a new reason why.
Does this extra skin have to be in that part of the body? Or would you be able to get this effect just any part of your body, just more skin?
I feel like it's better right there because it gets you more of the lift since they're air streamed around the genitals. It's hard not to talk about this in like middle school ways, guys.
No, I mean, I think you are right in terms of the physics of this, but also there is no way to discuss this topic seriously.
No, it's. I mean, just no, man. I seeing like you. If you need that. I mean,
I don't know. I think it's cool that there's some event, right? Some sport, some organization out there we've created where you actually get a benefit for being well endowed. I think that's cool that there's somewhere that's like seen as a good thing. And
but that's not what they're saying though. It's not about being well endowed. It's about being temporarily well endowed. Because you want it to shrink back down so that you have the extra cloth to flap.
That's right. You need the flying squirrel, so to speak.
Yeah, this raises questions for me about the temperature of the room in which you're getting fitted for the suit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there do they have any way of like making sure that you're not like erect while you're getting measured, and like so that then you're getting because that I feel like you get way more of a benefit than injecting something.
Yeah, but that feels like a great way to get like arrested or sued for sexual harassment.
Mm-hmm. They take 3D scans of your body and measure that compared to your bodysuit. And you have to tighten it all in and like have to be a certain percentage, be a certain percentage greater of your body area. And this is a way around it. Now, no one has said that this has actually happened. This is mostly just conjecture at this point, but it was enough that the World Anti-Doping Agency is looking into it. This is just absolutely amazing. I love everything about this.
It's just something that's like, who discovered this? Like, who was the first person to be like, hey man, if I inject this, you know, the ballpark Frank plumps when you cook them. I mean, who does? There had to be somebody to find. Like, who was the guinea pig here? Like, who was the one that said, hey man, maybe if I inject some of my ladies like skincare products, it'll plump up and I can fly 5.8 meters further on a ski jump. That's what I want to know.
I'm guessing it was a cyclist, because cyclists are psychotic and they do all the best drugging stuff first.
Yeah. But you don't want the extra fabric in cycling.
No, you want it to be very taut.
Yeah.
This is such a great story. It's so good for us. Like, this is the perfect level of completely fucking out there.
I just have so many questions. Like, who started this? Like, who?
I mean, the biggest question that I have that I'm never, like, as I said at the top of the conversation about this, why? And also, why are men? Like, why? Female ski jumpers are also a thing. I guarantee you that 0% of the female ski jumpers are out here thinking about injecting stuff into their junk to get slightly more fabric. This is not a thought that any woman has ever had. Even the most competitive woman in the world has never had a thought like this.
I don't get it, man. If you're that desperate for like a competitive advantage to win a gold medal,
yes,
and then it'd be tainted by
No, not in the taint, in the dick.
Well, yeah, but
If your
But
taint
they-
comes, is another problem.
just imagine if you actually win the gold, but then they found out. They're like, "Oh, I'm sorry, your penis
that
was not
always
your penis was not that big. I'm sorry, sir. We're gonna have to take away that gold medal.
Don't
You
put in the
cheated."
newspaper that my dick's not that big.
A matter of record that my dick isn't that big.
The IOC it says, "I don't think that's your pee-pee." Sorry.
I mean, I feel like it makes for a better story. Like if it's one thing to be like, yeah, like I just trained really hard and won the gold medal. It's another thing. It's like, yeah, I trained so hard and I had to get an injection, and that's how I won the gold medal. Like I feel like it's a more impressive story if you're telling us that. Like that's the level of dedication that I have. That's how bad I want it.
I wanted it so bad.
Okay.
Oh my god. No.
What did we all think of the opening ceremony? I thought it was Italian as shit.
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the like dancing musical notes. I liked all of the other things in costumes. Like we've got, the whole rainbow of people dressed in various things. Like we had Colosseum and Romans and a bunch of other things. I personally desperately want to be one of the walking mocha pots.
Mhm.
Like I want to know how you got casted to do that. And if it ever comes up again that there is an opportunity to be a life-size mocha pot wearing heels, I volunteer. I would like to be one. Thank you.
The opening ceremony was really good. I enjoyed the song by Sheryl Crow. We got to meet Bob Cutlass and Daryl Cartrip. And then it laid out the points race that everybody was tied, like Strip Weathers and Chick Hicks and Lightning McQueen.
God, you've just been living a personal hell, haven't you?
I mean, I really liked the part where they
Ciao.
had the famous singer dude sing the song from the opera scene in the 5th Mission Impossible movie. I thought that was cool.
I will say the thing that, and this happens basically every time, is that I was not super thrilled with NBC's commentary work, including when the giant paint tubes came down from the ceiling and they were like, it's red, blue, and yellow. With all of those paint colors, you can make all of the... Did you know that with those paint colors, you can make all of the colors? Which, A, that's not actually true. And B, yes, I did graduate kindergarten. Thank you, NBC.
I feel like NBC, as of the past few Olympics, has thrown some really random lineups out there for opening set. Like Shaun White, what was he doing there?
I mean, it was weird that he was there. I thought he was mostly fine. The thing that annoyed me also about the opening ceremony, besides the paint thing, was that, and I thought about this because you were talking about when Andrea Bocelli was singing. He was singing while they were like walking the torch around to light the flame. I would have loved to have known who the athletes carrying the torch were. And I understand and I appreciate that NBC did not did not talk over Andrea Bocelli singing. But they couldn't give us a goddamn chyron?
Mm-hmm. They did eventually, when they got down to the last couple of
For
people.
some of them, but there were a whole bunch of other ones. I have no idea who they were.
Yeah. The ceremony itself was... we got spoiled in Paris, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Because Paris was so massive and it was all over the city. Remember the robot horse that took for fucking ever to go down the Seine?
Mm-hmm.
We got spoiled.
There was the one athlete that dropped his wedding ring in the river.
Mm-hmm.
I did like that they did the Parade of Nations everywhere, and so everybody got to walk, which was kind of neat. And like the rings as portals, like that.
Yeah, that was like Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
That's
Now the
Stargate's
IOC, or
I don't know what that is.
yeah, now the Olympics are thinking with portals.
It was great that we've now had an Olympic reporter on our podcast.
Yeah.
Friend of the program, Nicole Arbach, was in Livorno. No, yeah, she was in one of the. She was in not Cortina, not Milan, one of the other cities.
Predazzo, I think.
Predazzo, thank you. And she was there covering that part of the opening ceremony. There have been more and more of the Olympic Winter Games are going to be more spread out and not city-ized. I don't know if you've seen what they're calling the next Winter Olympics.
French
just called-
Alps.
Right. And so it's going to be, the opening ceremony, I think, is in Nice, but it's going to be all fucking over. Nice, famously not in the French Alps.
No.
But anyways, I think they're going to start doing this more. And I like that everyone got to walk no matter where you were in the whole thing.
Mhm.
Shaun White did tell a delightful story about getting back to his hotel at like 3 a.m. because he wanted to march in all the opening ceremonies, which I think thought was very nice.
I like that his once they started the Parade of Nations, every country would come out and he'd be like, "Oh, I've been there."
Mhm.
Like that was the extent of most of his
Do
conversation.
you know who has excellent winter sports equipment? Shaun White says visit Saudi Arabia. They have amazing things there.
They are building a mountain like next to the line.
Yeah, about that. In the Parade of Nations, we got our 3 brand new nations, and NBC skipped every single one of them.
Yeah.
They skipped Benin, they skipped the UAE, and they skipped Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah. If you watched the live thing in the afternoon, they showed them, but the replay.
Yeah, I feel like they were
no?
there.
Did they
They
skip them?
they didn't skip Benin and Guinea-Bissau. They put them in picture while they're talking to Snoop Dogg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like they didn't necessarily have like talking about every single country, but I don't think they missed any in terms of like did not show them on a screen at all.
They did.
Okay.
In the original one, they did. I know for a fact they skipped UAE and Ecuador because I remember the little Chiron saying, while you were gone during commercial, these countries went. So once again, NBC fumbles because they have commercials, which is annoying as shit.
Yeah.
For the opening ceremony, but I understand why this is necessary. Blah blah blah. This wasn't during the opening ceremonies, but
No, this was because there were Olympic things going on before the opening ceremony started, including the like preliminary rounds of the figure skating team event. And haha, Jordan, we have to talk about figure skating.
Haha.
There was the preliminary rounds of the figure skating team event, like everybody that enters goes, and that included Poland. And we saw Jordan actually found this picture originally on X the Everything app. The Polish figure skating team has a large plush pierogi and is like holding it up in the kiss and cry, and it gets passed around as like the emotional support pierogi. And I love this. I love everything about this. And so, of course, I took the picture from the post and I reposted it on Blue Sky because Pittsburgh internet needs to see the pierogi. And it is now Sunday, February 8th at 11:11 p.m. as we record. Make a wish. And folks, I have 1.6 thousand reposts and 6.5 thousand likes on this post.
Jesus Christ, you did numbers.
Line go up.
What on Blue Sky especially? That's fucking wild.
I have actual Polish people in my mentions.
I will say that all of our Olympic shit has been doing numbers that like mid-season college football doesn't often do.
No.
People love the Olympics.
I mean, it's a global event. It's not just our little corner of the world.
Yeah, and like
it
normies
is, yeah.
like the Olympics.
Yes, I mean, like your normal, Polish people are not tuning in to watch Western Kentucky against Middle Tennessee like we are.
They should.
They should. It is 100 miles of hate, but they're not doing it because they probably don't have CBSN for the CBS music.
Da 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 da.
They're probably busy with 100 kilometers of hate.
I mean, I don't even want to look that up in Polish.
Pitt Girl, what else showed up in your mentions with this one?
So there were a lot of people in my mentions making the same joke about not giving the pierogi to Alan Dershowitz, which I appreciate. If you know, you know. My single favorite response, besides the actual Polish person who showed up in my mentions and then walked past a store that had like the pierogis for sale, was the guy who was like 9 hours late and tagged the committee and was like, "Hey guys, look at this." And I got to be like, hi. I don't know if you listen to our podcast.
I am the committee.
Yeah, we reposted your pierogi thing, and then I'm like you're like, "Hi, I'm in the committee." What? What?
Ladies is sickos too. We've been very clear about
I've
this.
been
Yes.
very clear about it.
Yeah. No, he was very funny about it, but at the same time, it was like, this must be what it's like to be at an academic conference and have a guy come up to you and explain your own PhD thesis to you.
Mhm.
So that was funny. Shout out to the non-Polish guy who showed up immediately and was like, it's pierogi. You shouldn't be using pierogi as singular. I know. Take it up with every Pennsylvanian. You can fight all 12 million of us. It's fine.
I got to use the word spaghetto the other day.
Mhm.
I never get to use the word spaghetto, but it made me very happy to talk about spaghetto.
Yes. Yeah. One pierogi is technically a pierogi, but I don't know anyone who says that in English.
Can people actually buy these? Did you actually find it?
Yes, these are for sale. There are links in my mentions on Blue Sky, and I reskeeted the link. They are mostly sold out, unsurprisingly. But the pierogi in question is made by a socially responsible business in Poland that runs sewing classes for disabled people who then make the pierogi. And their website's super cute. My phone translated it from Polish, and they have like their description, and then they have their description again in accessible language. And the accessible language description translated into English is as follows. We are a store that supports others. We sell handmade things. We organize classes where people with disabilities learn to make dumplings. We pack each pierogi in an ecological recycled bag. We care about quality, not a large number. We invite you to collect pierogi and meet the people who make them. Smiley face. I love this. I find all of it extremely heartwarming. They don't generally ship outside Poland, but you can email and ask. And when they restock, I am going to email and ask them because the exchange rate on the pierogi itself, like it's like 99 zloty, which is like $27 US.
it's not
like
much at
it's
all.
not that expensive for a handmade plushie. So I am going to email them. I'll report back.
So before the Olympics started officially, we had women's ice hockey, we had some practice figure skating,
Mhm.
and then we had what I've been tuned into, mixed curling. And mixed curling has been so much fun to watch. Listeners, if you don't know, it is a woman and a man curling together as God created, no one can rip asunder. Basically, that you can sweep your own stone, which is wild.
Mhm.
In mixed. Also, you start with a guard. You can like set up some stones
Mhm.
beforehand too.
Yeah. And it's only 8 ends, not 10.
And something about the hammer doesn't switch. The hammer only switches if you score, I think.
Yeah. Something like that.
Another thing.
Whoever scored the last one, the other team is the hammer the next time. So hypothetically, if you just keep stealing points, the other team could have the hammer the whole match. Like you would be.
This is what happened to the U.S. against. It wasn't Korea because they almost lost the Korea match. They lost the Korea.
They
match.
did lose the Korea match. They lost it in extra end.
I forget which one it was, but the U.S. was up something like 5-2, and they hadn't had the hammer at all because they had just kept stealing points from the other team. It was great. The U.S. team is Corey and Corey.
Mhm.
Korey and Cory. Corey and Corey are married, I believe. I'm not sure about that. I'll check back on that one. I know for a fact the Swiss team is married because they brought their curling child.
Curling baby. Curling baby's so cute.
And they gave curling baby the broom.
Mhm.
And then the curling baby just got to like walk around and sweep things. And it was delightful. Like a little kid just loves to sweep.
Mhm.
Curling baby loves to sweep. I always get into curling during these Olympic things. I know that we have Canadians that follow curling like Joey that actually follows curling like for real. But just getting to watch curling again is making me so happy. I'm constantly entertained by this. The U.S. is going to the semifinals for curling, mixed curling. They are going there along with Team Italy. I want to say Team Sweden and Team GB. I think that's right. Canada is out.
Ooh.
Yes, right.
It's a shocker.
It is a shocker. Commish, do you get into curling?
Yeah, I watched the curling one. I think the one where they got into the playoffs is the one where I watched that one. I was on that one. It was who are they playing against? Was it Estonia?
They played Estonia and Sweden today.
Okay, what I think yeah. I think no, they beat Sweden to make the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Sweden one.
Yeah, that was
like,
the one.
When there's a really good shot in curling,
Mhm.
it's very satisfying.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
And the one that the US had where they
Mhm.
cleared out like 3 Swedish stones
Yep.
Mhm.
on one shot, like it was like, oh, like that was incredible. Like, wow.
It was that was the one that like like some teams just were choking. Like they had the shot to knock out the US and they couldn't do it, and they survived. That shot basically probably shook the Swedes the rest of that match too, because that was, I mean, you knock out 3 stones and you leave your stones in perfect position.
Mhm.
Just high quality curling. I mean, like Olympic level awesome curlingness. And I mean, I can't even, first time they're ever going to the curling playoffs as mixed doubles in the US for curling.
That is on top of the 2 medals the US won today, both gold. First off, our win in women's downhill skiing, and also our win in team figure skating.
Mhm.
And the whole timeline decided to fucking lock into figure skating today. So I had to too. I turned it on. I got to watch the boy do the things, the
I was
quad
just-
god.
I know that you don't like figure skating. Ilya Malinin is genuinely really impressive.
He really is. Yeah.
Really, really impressive. Like the quads are really impressive. Justice for Surya Balan, or I'm sorry. Of course I'm gonna butcher her name. Surya Banali, who was actually the first person to land a backflip in Olympic competition, but she did it in during the '98 Nagano Olympics. It was still illegal. She did it as a protest against the judges because she was a black French skater, and they were maybe not judging her fairly because she wasn't skinny and pretty and white. So anyway, there's a really good Radiolab episode about her. Go listen to it. But still super impressive, very impressive. And it was everybody was super locked in on this because it was extremely tense at the end because the US and Japan were tied going into the men's free to figure out who would win. So like, it's good. I know you don't like figure skating, but it's good actually.
It was very dramatic. Is it Shun Sato was the last skater for Japan. He did an absolutely amazing job too. Just came up a little short.
He skated beautifully, but his program was not as difficult. And so that's sort of like where that came out a little bit differently. Like his performance was cleaner, but it was not as hard. So
Breezy Johnson was the woman that won the women's downhill, by the way. I want to make sure I mention her name.
Breezy Johnson, that's right. She had the run before and was able to hang on to it, and unfortunately Lindsey Vonn injured. Looks like she caught a gate with her pole.
Yep.
Not related to the knee. I don't. But then she had surgery on her leg, and so we wish her. She fractured her leg. I don't know which one, because one was the one knee was a titanium knee. The other knee had no ACL. So I mean,
that's real rough.
It was like watching it live because like I woke up to watch it live. I figured, if she's gonna ski on a torn ACL, the least I can do is get up at 5:30 in the morning and watch. Mm-hmm. And it happened like almost immediately. Like it wasn't like she got into a run and like it.
Yeah.
Almost as soon as it started.
17 seconds into her run, she clipped the post. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't see it live, and I didn't want to watch a replay because I'd heard.
Yeah, I'm not a big. She got airlifted, so we wish her a speedy recovery. I mean, she was the number 1 downhill skier in the world to this point. This year it was miraculous, and then you have two bad weekends and you're done, and but that's the Winter Olympics. You're risking your life to participate in a lot of these events. It's insane.
I mean, downhill skiing in particular, like the number of, because like I'm gonna be honest, like alpine skiing is something that like I tune in for the Olympics, right? But I'm tuned in and I'm hearing the commentators, when people go down the hill, talk about them, like profile, tell me their backstory, right? And the number of competitors that they talked about, like, oh, like they coming back from this crash here, or like missed the last Olympics because they were hurt, but now they're back. Like, it's a lot of them. Like the woman who won the gold for the U.S., Breezy Johnson, they were talking about on her run how she'd crashed on that course a year.
Mhm.
I think it was a year ago, or maybe it was even earlier than that. But it was like, oh, like, she has to come back to this course where like she crashed and got serious. And like, it's just like this happens in downhill skiing. It's just what the sport is, I guess.
Like I said, a lot of the Winter Olympic sports are insanity. Like there's, if you look at all these sports, it's just like I think there was a post, or it was just like these people are like, risking their lives just to try to get a medal in these crazy sports in the Winter Olympics, which
Going way
yeah.
faster than you should down
Yeah.
the hill.
I feel like downhill skiing is the one where like that's the one that feels the most risky to me when I watch. Because like
Yeah.
when you see a downhill skiing because like there's nothing to protect. Like you don't have any sort of right. Like there's like netting if you go off the course, right? But like that's not.
That doesn't even really help you. That
could do that. So yeah, downhill skiing is probably the one where I'm most like, yeah, I wouldn't do that. Like, because I feel like there are others where like you go pretty fast, but it's not necessarily the same. Like you're not as exposed as you are when you're downhill skiing.
Like the skeleton and luge look very terrifying also, just to do that, because I mean if you fall off the sled, that's just not good. It's terrifying. We wish her the best, and hopefully she gets better. It's been a really, really fun Olympics for the Italian team.
Mhm.
They've gotten that home Winter Olympics advantage, I guess.
So let's mention that, because they have 9 medals already.
Yeah, they're on fire.
According to certain people, so this is a funny thing, because American newscasters do not use the IOC standard of sorting by most golds.
Mm-hmm.
They use the standard of sorting by total medals.
Mm-hmm.
But that means right now that the US is towards the bottom because we only have 2 medals. They're both gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But Italy's at the top with 9. When in the actual medal table, we're second currently behind Norway.
Yeah.
I will say, in some snowboarding stuff, there was a quote, a hot mic quote. I'm not going to play it for you, but I'll say it. After the men's big air, this was boring. That was so boring. Qualifiers were way more exciting.
I didn't think it was boring.
No, I agree with him. I thought that the qualifiers were more interesting to watch than the final. And just because I was curious, like I went online, I looked up like some snowboarding, like I went on Reddit, I was like, oh, what are people saying about it here, just to see if like other people agree. And I feel like a lot of people agreed, like, oh, like that's embarrassing to get caught saying that on the hot mic, but like, yeah, it wasn't necessarily the best show, because in the qualifying round, you're just trying to get into the so you're just trying to get to the top 12.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little bit less pressure to do like the perfect run. So you might see a little bit more variety in the tricks, because you're like, oh, I don't need to do like the absolute maximum trick. I just need to do the tricks that'll get me in.
Yeah.
And you get to the finals and suddenly everyone's like, okay, now I need the trick that's going to get 90 points from the judges.
Mm-hmm.
And so everyone's kind of trying to do like the very similar, like maximal trick. And because everyone's trying to go as far as they can, like push it as hard as they can, a lot of people didn't even like, I think if you just landed 2 jumps, like you were probably in the top half of the athletes. Like it was,
because everyone was blowing one out.
Yeah, everyone was like, okay, well, I might as well try to go for the podium, but then that means I have to, push myself past what I'm capable of, and then they weren't landing it.
I will say that I found a new favorite one today, the men's parallel giant slalom.
Oh.
This is where they do slalom on snowboard, but next to each other, like head to head.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
And they have like a red track and a blue track. And I
Oh,
went
it's
to
it's like dueling roller coasters.
It
Yes,
is.
it's great. And I want to introduce you to Benjamin Carl. He's in the show notes. I'll drop him in the chat as well. Benjamin is 40 years old.
Dudes rock. Dudes rock.
And he won the gold medal.
Yeah, he did.
And he took his shirt off, took off multiple layers, and slid chest first into the snow.
Have I mentioned that dudes rock?
Someone come get your 40-year-old dad. He just won a gold medal. Lots of older ladies on our timeline. I say older ladies. I mean women who are my age. We're like, fuck yeah, hottie.
I mean, so he was capping off his career, right? He's retiring. He won this event the last time in Beijing. He backed it up. He also had a previous medal in the event from previous Olympics. So, just great way to cap off a career. And I guess, right, sometimes when athletes retire, like you'll see them leave some sort of equipment like behind, right? Like on the field in the ring or something. Like they'll leave their cleats or their gloves or something. So yeah, why not? Just take your shirt off. and your career that way.
My kid got to watch a biathlon for the first time today.
And
Watched the mixed relay. He was very excited about it. He didn't quite understand why they had to shoot. It didn't make sense to him. I said, shoot. He goes, shoot how? I was like a gun. He goes, what do you mean shoot like a gun? I mean, like literally, you shoot a gun.
Mhm.
And finally it clicked for him, and he still couldn't understand why you would want to do this. I loved that the penalty for fucking up a shot in this version of biathlon is you have to take more laps. Like you have to do a little like inner circle laps.
Yeah, the penalty lap. Yep.
There's a 150 meter penalty loop.
Yep.
Basically, if you are not good at it, you have to ski more.
Yep. So some people like I think like you talked about this, Arthur. People are better skiers than shooters. So, if they miss, a shot here or there, they're still a good skier. So it doesn't really affect them as much.
Well,
but you got to kind of balance out the both. I would say you'd want to hit your shot.
It depends on the biathlon event. So these relays, because the relay, like the track is very short, right? This is four legs, right? 4 athletes, but it's only 6 kilometers per athlete. That is the shortest skiing that you do. So in the relays, it's very important to hit your shots because you have a lot less distance to ski off those misses, right? Like if you're a bit faster, you just have less distance to make that up versus something like the sprint, say, where, like for the men, they're going to be doing 10 kilometers, right? So that's like a longer distance for the same amount of shots. So there's more time to make that up. But yeah, I love biathlon because, you watch cross country skiing and I'm not saying that it's always boring, but there are a lot of cross country skiing races where it unfolds in a fairly predictable fashion, right? Like, for example, the 2 cross country skiing events we've had, the men's and women's skiathlons, where you do half classic style, half skate style skiing. You knew who was winning that because over 20 kilometers, it's like, okay, someone's building a lead. Okay, they have a lead. They have the most pace. They're going to win it. Biathlon, you have shooting is the great equalizer. You can have someone out to a lead, and it's like, yeah, well, if they hit all these targets on their last shoot, then yes, they're going to be away for the win. But you never know. You got to stay tuned at least through that final shooting stage to see who's going to win.
And they have to do. Kate also was very confused with why they have to shoot from all the positions. I was like, well, that's your equalizer.
It's so you can be prepared to ward off the Russians.
Right. Well, you gotta do prone and standing just to get you two positions. Some people are really good at one and not so good at the other. Some people are good at both. Some people are not good at either. But yeah, the targets are different sizes. So like the standing target is significantly bigger than the prone target. So that
makes
kind of
sense.
equalizes it out.
Jordan, you just got to tell your kid about Simo Heha and then he'll get it.
There we go. Other fun things. Our friend Ken Childs came onto the podcast with us a couple days ago to talk about the sliding sports, and we've been watching Sliding Mania. I've been watching people slam their right shoulders into a luge wall.
Yeah, everybody smashing their damn shoulder.
I mean, look, there's which Ken was talking about, like the entrance to the luge, like you have to get to the right side of it.
Yeah.
But as far as right as you can go in the entrance, because you need to get there just for like the turns, how it begins. And nobody can hit that perfect line. And they all hit like their shoulder as they're trying to enter, or they get really, really close. And then there's another turn where they hit too. I think it's turn 4 is where they hit the left shoulder, which is insane. I was watching this with my kiddo, and he was just like, "How fast are they going?" And I think the gentleman that won it hit like almost 82 miles an hour, which is incredible. Just thinking about that. The one that won it, it was Max Langenhan. Which is
you mean a German won luge? Holy shit!
Yeah, I saw the stat. It says Germany had before this event, Germany had won 38 out of 52 medals in luge.
Yeah, fucking shocker.
I just like I don't. This thing, this course is pretty nuts, because there's a part where you just pick up the speed, but then if you mess that up, you're never going to get the speed. So like if you hit like I think turn 4 or 5 or something, you don't hit it right, you're never going to see those top speeds. So you can tell like if somebody's going to be like really like, oh, this is a crappy run, this sucks. Or like you can see, and I love the one where you're trying to get from the curve down and you can see the sled go like from like the left to the right, and then once the right hits down, you try to make that as smooth as possible, but when you see people don't hit it right, like the right one's up in the air a little bit and you see them catch air and lose speed, which is a frightening thing. I don't think you'd want to inject yourself with anything down there to get air. You want to go as fast as possible.
How scary would it be in luge to feel like you're off the track and catching air? I would feel like terrifying. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, if you, I don't know how they hang on. I'm looking at the sleds, like when they pick them up after, like these sleds are like much bigger than what I've imagined. I guess am I like it's basically almost a full body sled.
Yeah,
like your whole torso is on it except for like your head. Which like your head's you're doing the weird like tilting your head up so you can see. Which is wild. I enjoy watching the men's.
Lugers the glasses that they make so you can like lay flat on your back in bed and read a book. Have you guys seen
yes.
That's I don't know if they can make that aerodynamic though.
If you like, because I mean obviously you have to have them so they have the angles, but like maybe you make them a little bit shorter so they fit under the helmet.
I love the luge helmet that they have. It's like they have like this giant glass thing that you just put it in their face, and then it's just the whole
like
thing.
Like your Power Rangers.
Yes.
What if we get them like VR glasses inside their helmet, so then they can lie down. There's a little camera. Maybe the camera is like at the front of the board or the sled. Sorry. Maybe maybe the camera is on their body, and they can go full recline. I feel like my problem if I was doing the luge, I might just be so comfortable laying back like that I might fall asleep.
Oh, that's gonna be the problem. Fucking sure.
Like going 80 miles an hour sleeping. I love so like Germany won this, and then the Italian Dominic Fischnaller got a bronze, which is great. Austria's Jonas Mueller won the silver, and Max Langerhans like had no problem whatsoever. Like just
I'm gonna say something unfashionable here.
yeah.
I'm gonna say 3 Germans medaled in this event.
You think,
Oh boy,
so,
we're going
okay.
here. Okay.
All right, just going with the names. Okay.
Let's talk about European nationalism.
Okay. No, we're not doing that.
Let's say, where is the Italian Dominic Fischnaller from? Oh, let's see here. Is it Südtirol? You bet your ass it is.
So, is it? I'm more concerned about the fact that you're saying Austria is Germany.
Okay, that's
historically
that is extremely problematic, my guy.
Historically, that gets you on the billboard at Michigan State Stadium.
Fischnaller was born in Brixen, Italy.
Yeah, but that's that part of Italy though, where they speak German.
Just wait, he's still in Italy though. Count it.
What's his name is from there? The really craggly F1 race lead.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's Italian, but his name is Hans.
Yeah.
This is the cool part about this is that Commish, you noticed Max Langenhan had a fruit salad on his board.
Yeah. So I was like, why does he have fruit on his board? And so I jokingly started calling him the fruit ninja. Because I mean he's slicing fruit going down the track whatsoever. And then so I reached out to Ken. And reaching out to Ken is a gold mine because he is the Slidey Sports man with the Slidey Sports connections.
He is.
Ken told me that Max has a normal sponsorship, like a company that sponsors him, and so like the teams have sponsors, he has sponsorships throughout like the normal like Slidey Sports World Championships whatsoever. So Ken says Langenhan's one of his longtime sponsors is our like Rima Fresh Fruits. So like his normal, he obviously can't put Rima Fresh Fruits on the board itself, like on the sled itself, but he can still have fresh fruit on there. Last year's sled that he posted, that he had, you could see like the fruit on the boards. So basically, he was the only one that had like a sponsored board. So you can see like I'm posted in the chat, but it's the Rima Fresh Fruits. You can kind of see it up there, and it's green. He's got like a BMW sponsorship on there too. And so he's got fruit on the, and it just caught like one of my followers like tagged us, and I was like, oh my God, this is weird. And then I was catching pictures of it, and it's just like the rest of the people that were doing the luge, there was nothing on the bottom because I was checking after this. And the gentleman that won the gold has got fruit on the bottom of his sled.
It's so weird.
Because he's sponsored by Fresh Fruit.
I can't believe nobody else has anything.
Nobody
like,
had anything.
I feel like even if you don't have a sponsorship, I feel like you want to like get funky with it. Like if it was like, can you put stickers on there? Because if it was me, it'd be like the back of my laptop. There'd just be stickers everywhere. Like
I don't know. Like
maybe, here's a brewery that I went to.
Maybe he's the flashy loser. I don't know. Yeah.
Can we get our logo on a luge sled?
I mean, how much do you think that costs?
No, that's big. That's so big money. That's so much bigger money than we have. Like, luge is an expensive sport. Everything around is expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we got luge money. I mean, he's got a BMW sticker on it there too. I'm like, yeah, we ain't got BMW money either.
I mean, I don't know. I do like I do like seeing things that are familiar to us poke their way into the Winter Olympics, right? Like, I forget what event it was, but I saw the timeline go crazy because there was someone in a crowd shot wearing a Florida State hoodie.
Yes.
The one I liked today, there weren't a lot of other events happening at the same time. I was watching the men's 5,000 meter speed skating finals, and the way that they do it, because it's an ice sport, right? It's on an ice rink. I guess it's an ice track, but they have to send the Zamboni out and resurface. So they have like an intermission in between the runs where they say like, okay, we like time out. We're doing this like resurfacing, but the feed on Peacock was live the whole time, so I was seeing like what the in arena entertainment was, and at one
Oh, what
point,
was it?
like the MC in the arena goes to great lengths to lead the crowd in a sing along, right? Like he's like in between lines of the song, he's like, "Come on, you guys know the words, like everybody sing along," like that sort of thing. Can you guess the song? It is a song that would be very familiar to college football fans, especially fans of a particular team that is not represented on the podcast tonight.
Mr. Brightside.
No.
Wait, was it
Okay.
Country Roads?
Yes.
Oh God.
They had
Country Roads is very popular in Europe.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. It was some sort of like a little more like upbeat like remix of Country
Ooh.
Roads type thing. Like it was a very like, is this the European cover of Country Roads?
Oh, we
Country
did
Roads
we Euro danced Country Roads.
Yeah, I mean, like the lyrics were still the same, and from what I could hear on the Peacock feed, like yeah, like the people in the arena did know the words to sing along to Country Roads. Incidentally, if we want to try to make this into like a Pitt versus West Virginia thing, I have yet to hear Sweet Caroline on like the mix of Olympics music. I know that it is in the rotation at European sporting events because when I watch biathlon, like I didn't see it this one event that we've had so far, but when I watch, the IBU Cup or the Biathlon World Championships, I'll hear Sweet Caroline there too, in addition to Country Roads. They're both very popular in Europe.
You know who was bopping? The DJ at the opening ceremonies. Italo DJ man was fucking killing it out there.
Yeah, he's living the dream, as are many other people at the opening ceremony. I do want to also appreciate, because I forgot to mention this, the ladies with the signs saying the name of the country that they were leading in their like giant sleeping bag snowsuit things, like that one bit gag in K-pop Demon Hunters, and the like huge shiny sunglasses.
Someone said baked potatoes.
Oh no! I think Jordan just died again.
I heard him say baked potatoes.
Oh,
Did I die?
I think it's
No.
me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's probably you because everyone looks good on my end. Do you think those signs that they were holding were actual ice, or do you think they were just made to look like ice?
I think fake ice, but also I'm gonna guess fake spellings as well because none of those things like they felt too Italian. Like Jamaica spelled with a G. Come on, Italians. Come on, Italians. I was trying to think of other ones where like the spelling was way off because people constantly forget this, that the opening ceremonies, they come out in the order of the country name, but in the language of the host country.
I feel like GI is how you make a just sound in Italian.
I would guess so, yeah. Because it was like GIMAI. Was it just straight up?
That sounds right. Like, I didn't see anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy, No,
some of them I definitely felt like fake spellings, like they were just trying to fuck with me.
Okay, you guys are back now. For the last like 2 minutes, my computer has been going absolutely crazy, and I had like auto-tune robot voice every other half a syllable.
Okay.
So
We are full on being attacked tonight.
yeah,
it's It's probably the IOC. We're talking too much Olympics.
They're
That's
coming.
right.
For it.
They're coming after us. They're coming after me after I posted the video of the Ukrainian luge coach.
They're gonna get you.
That was look, man. I really love that reaction. Like the Ukrainian luger, like hit I think in turn 4, and they immediately went to the coach, and the coach is stroking his really really long, like ridiculously long gray beard,
Mhm.
and then he does a surrender cobra, taking off his hat at the same time. It's just beautiful.
Beautiful.
Let me see if I can find it. I think the IOC may have deleted it already.
Yeah, because fucking IOC is so. You want to hear something frustrating for me is that the IOC has been unfortunately using a lot of AI art about this Olympics, and they haven't been double checking it. And do you know how I know this? Because the fucking Olympic symbol is wrong. The rings aren't interlocked correctly. Because I went through and had to learn about how the rings interlock so I could actually make fake rings for my jokes. But I know how they're supposed to look. But the IOC's fake AI bullshit is not correct. And that's annoying as shit.
That is annoying as shit.
It is. Any other Olympic talk? Anything we saw that we liked, we want to mention, Arthur?
I mean, we're just getting started. We've had 2 kind of official days of competition. I know we had some stuff earlier. The one thing I'll admit here, maybe this is actually no, I'll admit 2 things. One is like I'm a little bit over the US as of now. Not for any like political reasons. I know those are out there, and I mean, yeah, those also exist, but like just the way that NBC's coverage is like, oh, we got to talk about the Americans. And like, it's one thing if the American in the event is like a serious medal contender, right? Like in the women's downhill, it's like, yeah, you want to talk about the Americans because like they're probably the biggest story, right? But when it's like, you know, oh, any like non-biased person just handicapping this would be like, yeah, this one American would do well to finish in the top 10. And like the medal event coverage is all like, oh, you know, still a chance for the American here. Like if they make a big comeback, I'm like,
Gotcha.
man,
Gotcha.
just that's not the story for this event. I'm sorry. Like get with the story, which is some other country winning for this time. The other thing I gotta admit is that when it comes to the figure skating, right? I am probably not as anti-figure skating as Jordan. It's
No,
not something
you
that I
can't
could
be.
ever.
You couldn't
I
possibly.
could never like super get into it because I'm just like anything that's judged, I'm a little bit less interested in a way that it's like it's just less satisfying, right? We're like in objective events, right? And not that judges can't be objective, but like if there's a race, I can see who won, like with my eyes. You know what I mean? And whereas, like,
see, Arthur, this is interesting because this isn't why I hate figure skating. Because I'm into gymnastics. I like judged events. I just hate figure skating.
I don't know. I like.
This seems like a you problem.
No,
I
it's
like
it's fine.
black and white.
I fully admit that it is a me problem. I fully admit that the rest of America falls in love with figure skating every year. Like I get that. It's me. I just don't find it that interesting or compelling. And even with the knowledge of the stories and the storylines, it just never sticks for me for whatever reason. Like gymnastics does way more for me.
So like figure skating it's okay for me. I when I was younger I didn't like it, but I can appreciate it now.
Yeah.
There is there's a technical aspect to it that I guess I just never really understood when I was growing up. There's also a hatred because I hated the video game, the Olympics video game where you would do figure skating, and I could never figure out how to do a move. So
Okay,
so
that's fair.
I blamed figure skating for this, and not me not knowing how to do a move in a Nintendo figure skating thing where it was the Olympics, and then all I would really could figure out how to do a move in that was just basically I would it was looking like I was bowing.
Okay.
like I couldn't even like I would I just bow and then I get like low scores.
What video game was this?
It was a Nintendo Olympics video game. It may have been on the original Nintendo. I can't even remember what it was, but I was so bad at it. I think it was like the Winter Games on NES. But I could do like the other things. Yeah.
That would have been it. The Winter Olympics.
Yeah, I was so bad at the figure skating, so I blamed actual figure skating for my hate of that particular video game. But
Okay.
so I mean, I can appreciate it. There's a technical aspect to it. The triple axles are always fun. Now they're doing quads, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Which is insane. Like, I mean, nobody could land a triple, and then now like the triple's just like a part of a routine now, which is insane. And then they're just doing backflips now. What the fuck? So like, there's been figure skating innovation, which is something to see. Like, the progression of the sport. It's crazy. My favorite thing from today is that watching today, the time sports is when you're in the last run, like whoever has the best time at the time gets to stand in was it called the hot seat or whatever?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. And so like you got the best time as of right now. You get to stand in the hot seat. And so you're just like hoping that the people behind you don't beat your time or like cumulatively. So like all the losers basically would just like, if you're 20th, you're like, hey, I'm number one. And it's like, oh, the next person is going to beat me because my cumulative time is not good. And it's rare to see them hang on for like a couple of different spots, but it's cool. Like you're like, hey, I'm here. It's like, oh, they beat me, so I gotta go now. See you guys later. Like they're holding their flag. Like it was pretty cool. I think it's called the hot seat. If I'm incorrect, I'm sure some of our listeners will correct me. So thank you for that.
Commish, have you been enjoying the drone coverage?
The
Ooh,
drones.
I love the drones.
I love the drones too.
Yeah.
The drones on the luge was insane. Like they could only do like the first couple of turns,
right before it got too fast.
Before it got too fast, and that's insanity.
Mhm.
The picture of, I think it was a Ukrainian luger with like a drone. It looks like just like a giant flying spider
Mhm.
in a still photo, which is insane. But that's pretty cool to follow along like that.
Well, and they're doing it for like big air snowboarding and stuff too. And like I was watching it and like noticed it in the background. And I was like, what's that? And then they show you the drone shot. It's just like, it's so cool. It's like, the overhead cam in football, but better.
What always amuses me now is that you can hear the drone in a lot of the shots.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
so I always like to think that like, oh, the reason why this person has to get down the mountain super fast is they're being chased by a swarm of mosquitoes.
Mhm.
And
The
it
drone
really
is chasing them.
adds to my enjoyment of those events. But I got one thing I want to admit about figure skating, is that I feel like figure skating, I feel like in terms of like Olympic sports, it's probably the sport where we've seen the most like gay male representation. So when there are like straight male figure skaters, like I'm a little bit like, I'm I don't know that we need this. Like where are the gay figure skaters? Where's that? That's what I'm here for.
Fair. Very fair. The last thing I'm going to leave you guys with tonight is from our friends over at the Sweeper Podcast. There's a scandal in the Maldives.
Ooh.
No. Scandal.
Club Valencia soccer team won their final game of the season 2-0, but still needed relegation rivals Green Streets to lose their last match by 4 goals in order to beat the drop. To prevent that, Green Streets forfeited their last match. And do you know what a forfeit is in soccer? 3-0.
3-0 loss. Yeah.
If you don't want people doing it, fix the rules.
Oh, I have one more video from the Winter Olympics. It's from the ski jump.
Where is it?
It's in the chat, and I don't know where this camera is from. on the ski jumper, but our friend
Oh,
Mike
I love this one.
Tadao, Mike
Yeah.
Tadao, he and we talked about the inflated ski suit and the video camera. He just goes, are we the penis?
Like, watch it, because
Watch
we're
it.
legitimately.
Yeah, watch it.
We're legitimately.
Where's the link?
It's in the main podcast chat.
Okay.
Because the
Alright.
dude is here. You can narrate part of it.
No, I'm watching. Oh yeah, nope. This is This is very much. Yeah, I think we are the penis. In fact, yeah, because this is a ski jumper going down the thing, and you can see his feet, and you can see that he's like leaned over to assume the very aerodynamic position, and you can see like the underside of his beard and his head, and so like, yeah, I think we might be watching the ski jump from the perspective of the dick.
So, question: can you get more favorable aerodynamics by attaching a camera in a certain position?
Is this what they mean by strap on a GoPro